This offense is hot! Yo, what is going on, everybody? Welcome to the Phillies Heads video cast recapping the last night's game between the Philadelphia Phillies and the Washington Nationals as the Phillies defeat the Nationals by a final score of 12-6. Just unbelievable, right? I mean, we are just scoring a lot of runs. I guess if you're getting this video, please subscribe if you haven't yet. Please share notification bell. Please like this video, comment on this video, share this video, and let's get into this. I mean, this offense is red hot right now, ladies and gentlemen. First time since 1933 that the Phillies have scored at least 7 runs in 5 consecutive games. It is just unbelievable, ladies and gentlemen. The Phillies made history last night. This offense is red hot right now. And I'll be honest, the pitching staff hasn't been great the past couple of days, but the offense has picked it up, right? That's what your offense has to do. It has to pick up the pitching staff sometimes, and that's what happened last night. And that's what's been happening. You saw in the Diamondback series, I mean, that second game of that 4-game series, you started to pick it up. So I'm very, very proud of this team, right? I mean, we're playing some bad teams, but this is what you have to do. You have to beat the bad teams. And it seems like what the Phillies are doing, right? They take 3 out of 4 from the Diamondbacks after getting swept out by the Diamondbacks in Arizona at Chase Field. You take 3 out of 4 from them this past weekend, and now you take 2 out of 3 from the Washington Nationals, and now you hope to sweep the series tomorrow at 1-5. The news just came out, right? No game tonight. A lot of rain in the Northeast area now. I believe it's from the hurricane, right? So the game tonight was postponed. Will be made up tomorrow at 1-5. No big deal. No big deal. But I hope that this doesn't hurt our momentum. To make up the scoring summary, the bottom of the second inning, Lane Thomas doubles on a line drive to center field. Luis Garcia comes around to score. It's now 1-0 Washington. So Lane Thomas, one of the Nats' young guys, one of their many young guys, right? I mean, they're a very young team. I hardly even recognize a lot of those guys. Hard to believe. I mean, you used to have Kyle Schwarber. I mean, Josh Harrison, Yan Gomes. Of course, Trey Turner over there. You go back and take a look at 2019, Anthony Rendon, and, I remember getting, Matt Adams and Adam Eaton, all those kind of guys. A lot of different faces over there now, right? I mean, with guys like Hernandez and Carter Kieboom, a guy we did see a little bit in 2019. That new Ruiz kid behind the plate. Mike Rizzo just sent down Victor Robles, who was having a terrible season. So very, very interesting. So it's 1-0 the Nationals. So we pick it up. Bottom of the third inning. Ryan Zimmerman, the Philly killer, doubles on a ground ball to left field. Josh Bell comes around to score as it's now 2-0 Nationals. So that was Zimmerman's 13th double of the season. He's got a lot of time off the bench, right? Josh Bell getting his first career start out in left field, and Juan Soto did something that was very, very classy, right? He was due up the next inning. Ben Davis was talking about it. He was due up the next inning, and he waited at the dugout steps. Josh Bell made the inning-ending catch, and Juan Soto waited on the dugout steps to give Josh Bell a high five. That was a really, really classy move there from Juan Soto. That's being a leader, right? I mean, I really like to see that, and I understand, yes, he sometimes does some silly things. He's only 22 years old, but that was a really classy move, right? I know he's a fantastic player, but it's cool that he's a leader too, right? From a Phillies fan looking at that, I like to see that. That's being a leader. And I really, really like that. Then we pick it up bottom of the third inning. Luis Garcia, another one of the Nats' young guys. He's a ground rule double on a line drive to right field. Ryan Zimmerman scores automatically, right? That was Garcia's 7th double of the season, and it's now 3-0 Washington. So Matt Moore's allowed now 3 runs through the third inning. So he was not very good in this one ever since he had that, 6 no-hit innings against the Reds at Citizens Bank Park a couple weeks ago. He's not really been there, of course. I mean, I don't think we thought he was going to build off of that anyway. Then we pick it up top of the 4th inning after Bryce Harper has a little nice, well-placed bunt down the third base line. Andrew McCutchen homers on a fly ball to left field. His 22nd of the season. Number 22 for number 22. And the Phillies go to the board now, a 3-2 ball game. So nice job, right? So the Phillies were trailing early, right? Down 3-0 against the Nationals. This is a bad Nationals team. You come back. Now we're right back in the ball game after a nice, well-placed bunt by Bryce Harper, right? They're going to shift on you fine. You're going to bunt it down the third base line. You're going to hit it where they're not. So that's smart baseball right there, and great job by Andrew McCutchen right there. That continues to just kill the Nationals, right? Andrew McCutchen, 2 national killers, right? Bryce Harper and Andrew McCutchen. We pick it up, bottom of the 4th inning. The Nationals get those 2 runs right back. Unfortunately, it's Carter Kieboom homers on a line drive to left center field, his 6th of the season. A 2-run shot also scores Lane Thomas, as it's now 5-2 Washington. So Carter Kieboom doing some damage right there. Gets the Nationals a 3-run lead back. So I was off of Matt Moore, right? I mean, he was just not there last night, ladies and gentlemen. Thankfully, the offense picked him up, but he's just not good. I mean, he's just washed. He's just not good. I mean, his stuff used to be good, back in his All-Star days. He's just not that same pitcher. I mean, he's just not that same pitcher. I was a little bit encouraged after what we saw he did in Japan last year. I thought maybe he could replicate that in Major League Baseball here in 2021, but unfortunately, it just didn't work out. So it's now 5-2 Nats. So we pick it up top of the 5th inning. Jorge Bonifacio, a guy who I don't understand. When was Joe Girardi starting Jorge Bonifacio? We'll get to that in a little bit. He singles on a little dribbler up the third base line, and excellent base running by Bryce Harper. Patrick Corbin tries to throw him out at third, and Bryce Harper was able to get in there, right? That little oven mitt kind of saved him, and Gene Segura comes around to score on the infield single, and Jorge Bonifacio was credited with an RBI, his 2nd of the season, and his first hit of the season, even though it wasn't, a traditional hit, his first hit in the Phillies uniform, and the Phillies get a little caution now, a 5-3 ball game. A hit is a hit. And a run is a run. So it's now 5-3 Nationals. Then we pick it up. Top of the 6th inning, Rafael Marchand, right? His 2nd career home run as he homers on a line drive to left center field. His 1st of the season. A 2-run shot also scores Matt Vierling, who had a great night last night. And the Phillies tied at 5. Nice job right there from Rafael Marchand. Right, his 2nd big league home run, like I said, is his 1st of the season. Last home run since last September against the Toronto Blue Jays, if you all remember that. So that was off of Patrick Corbin, who just wasn't out there last night for the Nats at 5-5 tie. And Bryce Harper batting with the bases loaded. Nobody out after Gene Segura gets hit by a pitch, right? I mean, that was close, right? You saw David Martinez, manager of the Nationals, review that call, right? If it hit his bat or not, that was close. I mean, honestly, I just don't think there was enough evidence to overturn it. Bryce Harper batting with the bases loaded. Nobody out. He hits a sharp ground ball to right center field. And Nick Maton and Freddie Galvis come around to score. And Bryce Harper with some aggressive base running, trying to stretch this single into a double, and he was thrown out at 2nd. He was out. That was a pretty close play. I thought, hey, you got to look at that. They replayed it. He was out. Great throw by Juan Soto. Very good throw by Juan Soto, who's been a much better right fielder than he has been a left fielder. But you know what? I like the aggressiveness. I really like that. Bryce Harper just continues to kill the Nats. 2 RBIs right there after Maton and Galvis came around to score. 7-5 Phils. So you just love to see that. This evening, Andrew McCutchen hits a sharp ground ball down the left field line, and that stays fair, barely, right? His 15th double of the season. Gene Segura comes around to score from third easily, right? He just was walking home, and it's 8-5 Philadelphia. Great job right there, Andrew McCutchen. He is heating up really hot before he went on the IL. Right, he comes off the IL. He's really struggling. He's really struggling. I'm looking at the schedule. Hey, Andrew McCutchen has great numbers against the Nationals. We go to Nationals Park, and guess what he's doing? He's heating up, right? I knew this would get him going. Let's hope that this can, this final month of the season, let's hope he can stay on, ladies and gentlemen. Let's hope that Andrew McCutchen can stay hot. So great job right there. Already hit the homer earlier in the night, and now he hits that RBI double that scored Gene Segura. So 8-5 Phillies. Then Odubel Herrera singles on a sharp ground ball to right field. Andrew McCutchen comes around to scores now a 9-5 ball game. So El Torito joining in on the action. You'll love to see it, ladies and gentlemen. And then it's up in the 9th inning. Brad Miller hits his 2nd home run of the series as he goes the other way on a fly ball to left field. A 2-run shot also scores Matt Vierling, who, like I said, had a great night. And it's 11-5 Phils. So Brad Miller, how about Brad Miller? Awesome job right there. So stay hot, bamboo. Then we pick it up, same inning. A wild pitch by Wander Suaro, who just was really wild in that inning. He was really wild. And Gene Segura comes around to score. And it's now 12-5 Phils. So a great job right there for Gene Segura. I mean, he was hustling home, and just not a very good pitch right there from Wander Suaro. A lot of potential with that young guy, but man, I remember him on the Nats. He could really throw out of their bullpen, but boy, when he doesn't locate, it's just not good. Then in the Nats would get one of those runs back. It's not really that big a deal as Ruiz grounds out to first base, and Brad Miller tosses it over to second and get the force there. And then the throw back to first was wild. So Juan Soto is able to score on that, as it's now 12-6 ball game. And that's your final 12-6. Your final scores. The Phillies win. As they win the series, they clinch a series win as they hope to sweep the series tomorrow at 105. It feels weird to be saying that. Right, so we got a little day off here. And Freddie Galvis, at the leadoff spot, collects 2 hits, also scores one of the Phillies runs. He had a pretty good night last night. Gene Segura, after kind of a rough first game of the series, right, collects 2 hits, also scores 3 runs for the Phillies. Bryce Harper continues to stay red hot. He collects 3 hits, 2 singles, and the bloop double left off of Wander Suero. And with that clutch RBI single, the bases loaded. His RBIs are starting to go up, right? I mean, a great month of August, a fantastic month of August. By far his best months as a Philadelphia Philly. I mean, he's honestly being considered for NL Player of the Month. I mean, this guy had a great month. I mean, he had a great month. I mean, this guy is red out right now. And as being a Bryce Harper fan as me, it's just so great to see him succeed, man. I love to see this, man. I mean, his first 2 years in Philly were good, but this is, like, very good. I mean, this is just fun to watch. This is just fun to watch. And Andrew McCutcheon heating up, collects 2 hits with the 3 RBIs. That RBI double and the 2-run shot. Let's get Andrew McCutcheon out, right? He is heating up, right? He's playing against the Nats, right? Tell you what, kind of getting cold. I look at the schedule. Hey, we're playing the Washington Nationals. Andrew McCutcheon kills Washington Nationals. Let's hope this can get him going. So hopefully it is getting him going. Odubel Herrera came in, right, I mean, later in the ball game, then start this game and gets that RBI single. Great job out there from El Torito. Ronald Reyes collects his 1 hit in this one, not that big a deal. But I'm a man to Veerling getting called up after Travis Jankowski goes into the fraternity list, collects 4 hits last night. I knew before we even sent him down a while back, I'm like, he was swinging a pretty hot bat. He comes back up, collects 4 hits against the Nats last night. Awesome job. Now, granted, it is the Nats, but hey, I mean, he's a young guy. So I love to see that, man. I mean, one thing that has been positive about this year for the Phillies is young players coming up and doing well, at the beginning, right? With Nick Maton did that. Luke Williams did that. Now Matt Veerling is doing. So I love to see that, man. Rafael Marchand, only 1 hit was a big one. That game-tying 2-run shot to tie the game at 5. As you go, got Matt Moore's starts last night, 3 1/3, 6 hits, 5 runs, all 5 are earned, 5 walks and 2 strikeouts. Now you take a look, 5 walks. He just doesn't have good stuff. He just doesn't. Wasn't locating well. He's just not good. I mean, honestly, he's just, I was talking about Zach Wheeler. I'm like, he wasn't locating, but he's good, of course, but Matt Moore's just not good. I mean, you can't really expect the guy to locate. He's just washed. Allowed 6 hits. I mean, his pitch count was pretty high, and he just doesn't have good command because he's just older. Like he's just not good anymore. And I don't even know. He has a 6.49 ERA. If you go take a look at Patrick Corbin on the Nationals, he has a 6.26 ERA. This guy's terrible. What's going on with Patrick Corbin? I mean, it was worth it for the Nats because they won a championship. Even his first year, I mean, in the Nets uniform, help him win a championship. But the next 5 years of contract are going to be terrible. It's just weird to me. But, it was worth it, though. It was worth it. I will say that because it won them a championship. And Bailey Fulcher gets the win in this one. An inning and 2/3. He looked great, ladies and gentlemen. So lowering his ERA now down to 5.18. He's had a couple rocky appearances, but he has these appearances out of the Phillies bullpen, and he looks very, very good. Sam Coonrad continues to be decent since coming off of the IL. He's looked very, very good. And the Phillies got good production out of Jose Alvarado and Hector Neris last night. Granted, they weren't facing the Nats, but I tell you, their stuff looked good. Jose Alvarado, if he can locate that fastball, it's dangerous. And Hector Neris, if he can locate a splitter, it's also dangerous. And Amadeo Santos was charged with that run there in the bottom 9th inning on the force out, RBI. So that's pretty much it. The Phillies clinch the series victory. Buffalo score 12-6. The Braves lose again last night. The Phillies are just 2.5 games out of first place in the NL East. It's just hard to believe. The Mets now back in the mix after their 3-game win streak. It's definitely a possibility. They're at 5.5 out. I don't think so. I don't think so. These are, some pretty easy opponents. I mean, the Phillies are also facing easy opponents. You have to keep that in mind as well. This is what the Phillies should be doing. As you go take a look at some of the wild card standings, the Phillies also 2.5 back from the second place spot in the wild cards. It's just hard to believe. And now the Padres and the Reds are now tied for that second spot. So that's a juggernaut of a wild card. I don't really feel confident with that. I feel more confident about the division than I do the wild card. So the Phillies win the series, right? It's hopefully we can sweep tomorrow at 105. I'll see you all tomorrow night for the game recap. So guys, since you watched this video, please subscribe if you have not yet. Please hit the notification bell. Please like this video, comment on this video, share this video. Check out the social media link in the description section. At Phillies Hats, Instagram, call or text 267-225-392. Email me, phillieshotsstuff@gmail.com. So guys, since you're watching Nola and Espino on the mound tomorrow afternoon at 1:05. So guys, since you're watching, I'm Luke, and I'll talk to you later. Let's go, Phils. I'll see you guys.